What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916. Thank you for tuning in to another vlog, positivity and motivation. And I was watching Tucker Carlson on Fox, and besides people leaving California, businesses are leaving. Tesla, Oracle, a lot of companies are moving their headquarters, and I got friends who have moved to Florida, Idaho, Arizona, Utah, all these other places, and I know there is some concern as to when people leave California, will they bring the bullshit with them to the other states? Well, I'm here to say that the reason people are leaving is because they see the bullshit in California and they don't want to be a part of it. The people who are staying, they are in consent to some degree with the bullshit. They're in agreement with it. They don't mind the filthy highways, the graffiti on the wall everywhere, the homeless is out of control, the drug use openly in the street, the filth, the draconian measures. They don't mind it. They don't, if it long as it doesn't affect them, they'll, step over a person, taking a shit on the sidewalk, or they'll, drive around a homeless encampment. They don't mind it. So to say that, if somebody left California, I would think that they're leaving because they realize that California has really been run into the ground. It's just been abused. And like I said, I grew up there, man. Loved California. Lived from Sacramento to the Bay. Went to school in Santa Rosa. Lived in Rohnert Park. Went to school in Hunters Point. Lived on Treasure Island. Lived in Huntington Beach. Lived in the Valley. Lived all over, man. And Southern California, man, some of the best weather. Just entrepreneur-minded people. But that's all been destroyed. This whole thing has really wiped that out. So a lot of people have just said, you know what, I'm done, and I see what's coming. And, down the pipeline, I don't know what their intentions are, if they plan to have the state come in and buy all those foreclosed properties, if they plan to somehow cede away from the other 50 states and create their own little situation, because you would have to really think deeply to figure out why they would allow, just for example, a city like San Francisco to turn into what it's become. San Francisco, I used to go to Fisherman's Wharf, Ghirardelli Square, Embarcadero. Used to skateboard on Haight Street, Chinatown Banks. Used to be all over there, man. San Francisco, man. Shopping on Market Street. Used to hang out, Blondie's Pizza, and I've been to the Tenderloin, been to Polk Street, been all over there, man. Just it ain't no, even back when I was growing up, it wasn't no joke. But to see what they've done to it and how they actually have an area now, from what I understand, is gated off, and it's almost just its own little encampment or town for the homeless. And they just, they normalize that. That's not normal, man. It's not normal to have those conditions existing and for people to accept it. Even in prison, they don't allow you to carry on like that. They don't allow you to just, be drug addicts, do drugs in there openly. I mean, people do it, but it's like you gotta, make your bed. The homies, you gotta clean up your cell. You can't just live like a pig, man. But obviously, these billionaires don't really care. So, to them, having these homeless people right down the street or, blocks over or, a mile down the way, it doesn't bother them. And they have a plan, they feel that these people, they don't even look at them probably as humans, in their eyes as far as equals. So therefore, there's no compassion there. You drive by somebody, you see them sitting on an underpass with a needle hanging out their arm, or lifting a pipe up to their face and they're smoking crystal meth, and you say, hey, well, that's them, that's not me. Well, those people eventually, to get those same drugs, are gonna do other things that could possibly affect you or your family. So you got to look at the big picture, and that's how I look at it, man. I look at it like, I got the hell out of before the ship totally sank, and in no way, no how am I bringing any California bullshit to Arizona. And the people I know that left and went to other states went there because they were getting the hell away from a lot of the views that they felt just got out of control. You can have people with different views coexist. Just because you see one thing one way and I see it another way doesn't mean that we can, we can't have harmony between us. And we should be able to have discussions without emotionally getting all, bent out of shape. But when it gets to a point where you can't have a discussion with somebody, people are just in a state of, you can't communicate, and you don't see anything as far as in the distant future that's going to change. You got options. You got options. The eighth largest, one of the eighth largest economy in the world, California, and you see how they've just pretty much ran that into the shitter. And you got one of the some of the highest paid politicians there. Your boy Gavin and old Nancy doing their thing, and man, it is what it is. But I'm not in a position to tell them how to run things because I'm not a politician and I don't have that type of pull. So my best move for my family and myself was to get the hell out. And I know people because of just the schooling they I got to do for my kids. They left. There's people I know who are in New York who are trying to get the hell out. They're losing their businesses. You got all these people who built businesses up over 20, 30 years, mom and pop, different customers now. When all that property defaults and now so-called this now, whatever they want to call normal, and you have to come up with all that back rent, what's going to happen? Even the people who kept their businesses but they weren't able to pay. Now, how are they going to be able to make up? Because they couldn't make the money anyways to pay because they were missing customers. So it's a catch-22. If they were open, it was at 30%, so they could never make the money. And if they shut down, then they were considered non-essential, so they were in the hole. So how do you win? How do you come up out of that? How do you, see any type of relief from that? Dude, these people know exactly what they're doing. And, the people who are leaving, it's for a better opportunity. But, I don't see that it's going to be something that's going to, affect these other states, which I hope not. I would hate to see, things change from what I've seen out here in Arizona. But according to the news, it turned, to a different color, which I don't really believe based on my observation. But I would never want to see what I see going on in California, going on in Arizona. And the people I know that's moved out of California do not want to see that type of government in any other state. So, just a hard opinion, man, and I'm just sharing and, not hating on the people who continue to live in California. I got friends there, I got family there, I visit there. It ain't nothing like that. It's just like, man, when you start really looking around and seeing what's going on, you start thinking twice, like, man, are we getting played? More expensive gas, cost of living, the draconian measures. You got other places, you go, Georgia, people are living life, Florida, South Dakota, some of these places people live a life. I mean, and you don't even hear news from these other places when you're in California, so you don't know what's going on. So, man, this is just my opinion, and the people I know who have transplanted here from other places, they're not trying to bring what they left to a new start. They're trying to have a new start and take that and enjoy that direction because they were trying to get away from the other stuff that they left. So yeah, man, it's interesting though because you don't want to see that same ignorance defund the police. What jackass wants to defund the police? And then who you gonna call? You gonna call who? People who haven't had any training, therefore they're understaffed, and they got a bunch of gung-ho new booties who are going to come and do what? If even that. You don't understand. People are just so... It doesn't even make sense, man. It's like, who even came up with that dumbass shit? It doesn't make sense to me. As a person who's been on both, behind the wall, who lived also in regular life, I mean, I would never want a regular person to have to deal with some type of street justice because there's no police. You can't, your house got broken into, somebody, damaged something, or you're dealing with a situation, maybe somebody got hurt, assaulted, or raped, and you can't call the police because there's not enough of them. If anything, we want to put more money into the training and to the community so that we can have better relations. But, it all goes back to, the mentality. And once I've seen how they ran Frisco into the ground, and then that same, district attorney now is in Los Angeles, man, you guys better watch out. And you other states, when you see people coming in, just peep game. And let's not let that bullshit spill into any other place because, our country's better than that. Big Herc 916.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.
Hey. I got that work. Hey. See? While y'all in quarantine, I got that work. Split the coronavirus wig, man. Hey. Go to the link in the description and get your limited edition coronavirus wig splitter shirts. Big Herc 916 getting down fresh out.